Alright, what's going on YouTube? LMC here with Predator GR.
Hey, what's up, YouTube?
And we're here with another free-to-play guild, sort of recruitment video. We want to talk about the guild, uh, what it takes to get into the guild, what we have to offer, and what we need you to offer to be a member of the guild.
Recruitment video 2.0, y'all.
2.0.
Yeah. It's been a while, actually, huh?
Yeah, it's been probably 4 months since we recruited last time. So now's a pretty good time to join our guild. We've had a few members leave, as this happens in all guilds and all video games. So let's talk about what are the goals of the guild are, what the rules of the guild are, and if you're interested in a structured guild and what our guild's going to be like. So you want to start it off, Predator?
Yeah, thanks, LMC. I mean, right off the bat, I want to address that what the main goal of the guild is, the weekly goal, so that people know what to expect and if this is the guild for you. So our main goal is Guardian 2 top 50. That's where we aim. We don't aim lower than that, so we are not a casual farming guild or whatever. And we don't aim higher than that, so we're not the super competitive guild that is going for rank 1 every week. Because quite frankly, the way Guild Wars is structured right now by Come To Us, I don't think it is worth anybody's time to push harder than that, because there is pretty much nothing to gain besides a couple more summoning stones, which are in turn going to be like crap 3-star summons most of the time, and bragging rights.
So yeah, you're gonna get like one extra exclusive summon per week if you push super hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not worth anybody's, like not anybody's, but not this guild's time at this current point in time. If there's going to be a future update, or if LMC and me are going to have more time, because the summer is not the best time for this from both our standpoints, maybe we'll push harder at some point. But right now, this is the goal of F2P main guild, top 50, Guardian 2. So now we have that covered. Let's take a look at the rules we have in the guild. So you know pretty much what you have to do to be what LMC and me consider a team player, a good member of this guild. All right, so first off, if you start a battle versus an opponent and this little pop-up window appears on your screen that says this guy is already being attacked by another guild member, you have to not attack that person. You have to forfeit that battle, search for another opponent.
Well, yeah, you don't forfeit the battle. You just move on, find a new opponent, and then come back to that opponent later if it makes sense to do so.
Yeah.
And that leads into rule number 2,
which is basically try to hit the highest hit point opponent that you feel confident that you're able to beat. If that is a full HP, full green tower, that's the guy you want to attack. Don't attack orange unless you feel there is no green tower left that you can beat. And never ever attack a red tower under any circumstances. Like a red smoky tower that has like only 10% HP left, never attack those.
Yep. I mean, there's a lot of circumstances that you have to figure out, like, is it going to make more sense for me to take this draw on a green opponent? Let's say there's only like 1 or 2 green towers left, but everybody else is orange or yellow. Am I going to be more of a team player, a guild player, if I attack and get a draw on that green player or not? You just have to try to do what's best for the guild, and in the end, you're going to get lots of exclusive summons, lots of guild points, because we have very few rotations, and you're going to get to play a lot, and everybody's going to be happy with that.
Yeah, because some players said to me, this is common sense what you're saying. Yes, it should be common sense. It should be this way that everybody thinks about the best for the guild, because if the guild loses, in the end you lose out on your personal farm for guild points. But unfortunately we had to just address it and make it a rule so that everybody gets it, and we can actually enforce it. We didn't want to, but this is the way it has to be right now.
Yeah, seriously, the entire guild gets a lot more guild points if you win the battle than if you lose.
Yeah, so it's pretty much better if you don't pick that +3 target, like, and maybe lose against him or whatever, just because like you want that extra 6 points. Just go for an easier opponent, +1, +2 opponent that you feel confident that you can win against.
Yep. So I just want to say something too. A lot of people are in these so-called farming guilds right now. But if you're a really good player and you fit the guild and you want a little bit more competition, like we consider ourselves semi-competitive, don't feel like you're going to get less guild points because you joined our guild and you left a farming guild. Because overall, week to week, we probably lose 1 to 3 guild battles every week on attack. 3 is like a bad week. Usually it's 1 or 0. So we're still going to win all the guild battles, and if you're strong enough to compete with us in this about rank 50 type scenario, you're going to get just as many guild points as you would in a farming guild. So don't think about, am I going to lose out on guild points?
Yeah, pretty much. Plus we aim to keep the guild number low. Like, the only reason we pretty much made this this recruitment video is because we currently have only 22 players in the guild. We aim for 24, 25. That's the goal, not more than 25, because we don't want to rotate more than we have to. We rotate everybody equally. That's how we do it. We give a couple bonuses to those players that had 0% fail in their attack. And we rotate the bottom 5 players, the bottom 5 total offense percentage, 1 time more than everybody else. So it's pretty much equally distributed.
Yep.
And that's why we aim for a lower guild member number than the max of 30.
Exactly. So rule number 3 is pretty simple, use all your swords. That's the number 1 rule. You're going to get to play less in our guild if you don't use your swords. We want to ensure that everybody has a chance to earn the guild points and get the same amount of swords as every other member. So not using your swords, that's a big no-no in our books, and it should be for any guild.
Yeah, that's the biggest rule. That's the number 1. That's the golden rule. Use all your swords. I cannot stress this enough. You have, after the recent, it's not that recent anymore, but after the update where the guild battle pretty much goes on for 12 hours, there is pretty much no excuse that can cover not using your swords in a 12-hour window. Like, seriously, use all your swords, because it's pretty much selfish and dumb not to use the swords, because you took an opportunity away from one of your guild mates to use that swords. You took 3 swords away from the guild. That might even cost us the whole battle. At some point when we get really high up in rank, like we were top 10 last week at some point, those 3 swords are like valuable resources to the entire guild, and if you don't use them, that's a big no-no. Like, we're going to enforce heavy rotations to players that don't use their swords, and currently that's 1 rotation for every 2 unused swords. So you're going to sit 1 extra battle the next week for every 2 swords that you don't use in this week.
Yep. So real quick, a lot of people are watching this and they don't really know how our guild works or how other guilds could work in the future. So that's kind of the goal of this video too, is to help other guilds along, give them ideas for how they can manage their guilds. And basically, Predator does a lot of work here. He asks for rotation preferences. So if you're going to be gone Wednesday, for example, people will reply here and say, set, Friday, Saturday night, those don't really work well for me, prefer PM wars, just put your preferences. So we use this line application for chat, and it works really well, a lot better than in-game chat. So that's another little benefit. And then Predator puts together from the statistics that are gathered by, last week they're gathered by a player named Frigate, which was great. It takes a long time to gather these statistics, and we really appreciate the help, especially in the summer months when me and Predator are really busy.
Yeah,
but
cheers,
then
bro.
From those statistics, Predator puts together this rotation schedule, so what days you don't need to log in and use your sword. So a pretty well structured guild, we think. We've put a lot of thought into this type of a structure, so hopefully you'll enjoy being in the guild because of it, and the guild will benefit the most because of it as well.
Definitely. That's what you get in return. You get a well-organized, well-structured guild that, like the leaders, and I don't want to talk about that too much, but we put a lot of time and effort into this, and we think we run it pretty much as solid as we can. And you get detailed statistics from everybody's performance at the end of the week, both on offense and of defense. We offer a talkative group of people, interactive guild with a line chat group, with a web page, with a Facebook group that you can exchange ideas with players at any time, talk about your lineup, talk about your whatever question it is that you have, and just a fun group of players to be around and to improve your game.
Yeah, definitely. So these statistics are really important, and they take a lot of time. So here's something new that I really appreciate Frigate putting into the statistics spreadsheet this week, is you can analyze. I just found this out this week. If you watch the Twitch broadcast from me and Predator a week ago, or it wasn't even a week ago, I just found out you can actually tell which of your defensive teams is winning or losing. So now we have those statistics to see if we really need to work on one of our teams. So for example,
Definitely.
here, not pointing any fingers or names or anything, we're all trying to improve. But if I was Skylinks here, I'd say, hey, my second team is doing way better than my first team, so let's try to theorize a better first team here. And if
my first team didn't do as well as my second team, for example.
Yeah, mine's pretty even right now, actually. Here's yours right here. Yeah, your second team did a lot better.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is something that hopefully all of our sister guilds can incorporate, possibly, or think about at least. I know it takes a lot of time to calculate these statistics, but
yeah,
it can be really useful, especially if you do it at least once a month or something.
Yeah. Probably some of the people watching this video are still waiting to hear like what our requirements are, the actual requirements to join the guild. Like, hey, they haven't even said how many 6 stars I need or whatever. We don't say that on purpose, because basically what we're looking for players that are on the same page with us, that are not super competitive, they're not casual gamers, they're somewhere in the middle, and they kind of feel that with all that stuff that we've covered, this is the guild that speaks to me. Like this is the guild I want to join. I feel I can contribute to that. We want players that are just helpful and interactive and use their resources and are there available. That's pretty much a lot more important than if they have a ton of 6 stars and good runes, for example.
Yep. So with that said, we're not going to accept anybody with like no 6 stars and really bad runes. I mean, you have to be able to do some dragons and be competitive, because if you're not competitive in the same rank as everybody else, it just doesn't work for the members in the guild or the members out of the guild. That's kind of why we lost a few members, is because some people are growing very fast and they want to be more competitive, and some people aren't keeping up with the rest of the guild. So that still factors in. Don't think that anybody can just apply and get into this main guild. That's why the sister guilds are there to help out.
Obviously.
Yep.
I just want to address a huge shout out to everybody that might be listening to this video that's been with us from the beginning. And with LMC, I wasn't even there at the beginning. At the beginning, I was just one of your fans, watching your videos. We recently actually found somebody that has been with LMC from the start, and actually said to me in a private chat that he was looking forward to the day where he was going to join the main F2P guild. And when I told him he could join, he was so happy about it. That's people, not like only, but that's people I kind of want to find, like people that are loyal to us from the start, that are really happy to join us and are on the same page with us. So if you're out there, if you listen to this, you know how to find us, get a hold of us, and yeah.
yep, we're here to be helpful, and we're looking for more helpful players to improve everybody's game. So, yeah, I think that about wraps it up for this free-to-play recruitment video.
Yeah, hopefully see you in the guild soon, guys.
All right. Good talking to you, Predator. Take care, everybody.
Yeah, you too, MC. Bye.
Bye.